everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya with My Body and Soul Company, and I make aromatherapy, bath and beauty products. If you're new, welcome. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe and become part of my YouTube family. So today we're doing a cold process soap. It's a confetti type soap, and we're gonna do it basically like a Confetti birthday cake. So I have my oils here ready to go. And then in my lye water, I do have titanium dioxide as well as some sodium lactate. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that poured in. Sorry, I realized I had forgotten my kaolin clay, so I wanted to get that added in. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my lye water. Just gonna pour it down the shaft of the stick blender. Really, more than anything, I think what pouring it down the shaft does is just remind you to go slow and take your time. I don't know that it helps with the splashback or prevents air bubbles, but it does make you take your time more, which is a good thing when you're dealing with lye. We're gonna get this blended up. Now, before I add in my fragrance oil, I'm gonna pour off a little bit of the batter. I'm gonna attempt to do some soap frosting on the top, which I have not done before, but we're gonna give it a go. That should be good there. So I'm gonna set that off to the side for now. Get my scale out of the way. And then next, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my fragrance oil. This is Confetti Cake from Crafter's Choice. It does discolor to a light tan. That is why I went ahead and added in the titanium dioxide. I did have a really hard time finding one that only went to a light tan instead of being super dark, but I did end up finding this one. It has notes of vanilla cake and pure cane sugar. There we go, that's looking pretty good. And then what we are going to do next is add in our soap shreds to make the confetti. Now, these shreds, some of them did have palm, so I did use palm in my soap batter recipe today. I still have some that I'm trying to use up, so I thought since some of these shreds had soap or palm in them anyway, this was the perfect chance to use some more up. I think probably now I have enough for maybe one more batch of palm soap, and then after that all of my soaps will be palm free. That's looking pretty good there. I do have just a little bit more in the bag, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pour the rest in. This is a great way to use up your soap scraps and not have a bunch of waste. All right. I think that is looking pretty good there. All right, I'm gonna grab my mold and get this poured in. All right, so got my mold here. I'm just gonna plop everybody in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get this scraped out because we won't need it anymore. Definitely getting the cake batter smell. And I like the, all right, so that is looking pretty good. I'm gonna get this tapped down real quick. All right, so everything's tapped down, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get my icing ready. So, as you may be able to see, many of things have transpired since I was gonna get the soap frosting ready. It was not successful this time. So I didn't have enough patience. I didn't let it set up long enough. So it ended up all oozing out of the piping bag twice. So I didn't let it set up enough twice. So for this time, after all those things had happened, I decided to go ahead and put the rest of the white soap batter I had right here. And then we are going to finish decorating. I textured the yellow side. And then we're gonna finish decorating the top with some leftover soap balls that I had, just to give it a little something extra. Probably gonna have to take my glove off, because I'm making a mess there. Yeah, this was my first attempt, and I've always been nervous to do soap frosting. It definitely lived up to my expectations. But I have some other soaps planned where I'm gonna try it again. It's just, I'm sure, one of those things that takes time, and now I have a better expectation of how long I'm actually gonna have to wait before I try to put it in the piping bag, because it was definitely a soaping life lesson, but we will get there. All right, so I think that looks pretty good there. Part of making soap is being able to adapt, because you never know what's gonna accelerate or rise, or what can go wonky. So that's, adapting's just part of it. I'm gonna finish this off with some silver Holo from Nurture Soap. I'm just gonna tap that on kind of lightly. I still think it's gonna be a pretty batch, even though it did not turn out exactly how I had planned. All right. So I'm gonna let this set up for 18 to 24 hours, and then we'll be back to cut. We are back for the cut. So as you can see, it did darken up some, so it's more of like a light tan than the yellow that it was before. I'm trying a new angle here, so hopefully it's a little easier for you guys to see. And that is what it looks like on the inside. Love how the confetti turned out on the top. it is a shame that it's not gonna stay that pretty yellow that the inside is, but no big deal. It is supposed to be a cake, so the tan is definitely cake-like. I don't know about where you all are, but here, I'm in northern Kentucky. It has been super hot and humid, which is pretty typical for our summers, but I always forget. You always look forward to summer, and then you're hit in the face by the heat that goes along with it, and then you're ready for fall. But yeah, it's been nothing but hot and sticky here. I definitely am more of a mid-70s to 80-degree kind of person than someone who loves the 90-degree weather. Just a little bit. Maybe if I had a pool, I wouldn't mind so much. But every day after I take my dog on her walks, we usually go on 2. She's a puppy, and 2 is what she kind of needs to not be crazy. I come home and I am completely dripping in sweat. So I think I am definitely probably more of a fall person than a sweltering heat of summer person. What is your favorite season? Are you someone who really likes the heat? Are you someone who melts in the heat? So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel out when you do that. I'm a smaller channel, so any sort of interaction definitely helps. And I can't wait to see you in the next one.